So let's go ahead and start with capturing leads. How can we do it? How can we capture emails? Let's see. First, I have set up a page, a dummy page on our website. Let me go into it. We're using Visual Composer. Let me publish the page. So it will be available here. And now let's set up an email capture form, which will be in the form of a flyout panel. Flyout panels are very effective, and yet they're not intrusive, so they don't irritate your visitors. Let's see how we can convert visitors into email, because your email list is very important because you can monetize it. You probably heard that the email list is a very important asset for any online endeavor. So let's start by discussing what you should offer people to make them give you their email. I see people doing, just a subscribe portal, like subscribe to our newsletter. Well, guess what? No one cares. No one cares about your newsletter. And you probably also know it by now that to incentivize people to give you their email, you need to offer them something of value, something for free, and in return, they will give you their email. So you could offer things like discounts, some kind of digital assets like PDF guides, things like that. PDF guides are getting kind of boring and ineffective also. So make sure it's something very valuable. If it is some PDF information, make sure it's very valuable. Then you could offer some freebies. In our case, we've been offering free plugins, and that worked very well because that's a lot of value for people. Also, of course, you could offer some physical products, some samples, which you would send over real mail. That has proven to be one of the most effective ways, but it potentially can cost you the most because it's a physical product, plus you need to ship it. In our case, we will use just a discount. So let's say we will offer 30% discount in exchange, so to say, of an email. So we will need to create a form, an email capture form, and then we will need to create a flyout panel that will appear on our website. So let's start with a form. We're going to use our Marketing WP plugin with the Pro extensions. So I'm going to head over to Forms, and I'm going to create a new form. I'm just going to use the email field, and the less fields you have, the better it is, because people hate filling out forms. Let's just call this Capture Forms. The name is just for admin purposes, so we can keep track of what we have and where. Form width, let's just set it to 100%. We can align it to center, and we will make the input height about 50 pixels. We will, let's create some nicer button, something like this. Now let's see. I know what kind of styling I want. And for the background, I will make it blackish with some opacity, some transparency, I mean. Then what we want to do is we will add the emails to a list. So you will have them over here in your emails when people add their emails. And then we will send a mail to user. Here we will specify, you should specify your email. We will give discount. So let's put, here's your 30% discount. And you can specify your website here. And here, let's put a text. Something really simple for now. Here's your discount. So you would generate, for example, a discount code. And for now, I will just use random discount code. Strong. And I like to put our logo. Let's check the visual tab. Oh, well, we have some problems here. Let's fix it. I want to use full size, which is none. This is okay. Well, this is okay for now. So confirmation text, I know we want it white. Error text, we will use white as well. In this case, I want them to be same size. Let's put the confirmation text. Thank you. Your discount is on its way. And let's save it. Let's take a look. By the way, we have this kind of preview. Now, oh wait, I put a form background. I actually don't want a form background because I will use a background in my flyout panel, but I want the forms field background with a little bit of transparency. Update. So we have the form ready. Now we need to create a flyout panel which will contain this form. So I go to Model Windows Pro and I create a new model window. I will also call it Capture Lead. And I already do have a background image, so which I want to paste here. You would head over to Media and add your file. I will just add this to show you the whole process. So I have my background here, and we will have this panel slide down from the top. So I just select it. Then you press here and you check what is the link. Copy the link. You can copy the whole link, or I prefer copying relative links because it's better if you will migrate your website to a different domain, things like that. Take a note of the dimensions. Okay, so I copied the link, I paste it here. I will set the same dimensions, and the height was 501. Border radius I don't need in this case, so I'll just put 0. I will put like 30 pixels padding. Oh, actually, let's put 40. And I don't want an overlay. I don't want any background color. And border width is 0, so that's good. We don't need the close button in this case. So you can put something like minus something like a lot. So it will go away. Now let's talk about the positioning. I want it to slide from the top, so it's gonna be attached to the top. So it's 0, and I want it to be, let's say, on the right. So I disable the left position, just leave the right, and let's say 2% should be fine. Then it should appear when the page loads. We can show it only once, but for now it's okay, like this. I want to animate it, so it slides from the top. Don't need the button. And where do I want it to be displayed? You could choose all posts and pages if you wanted it to be displayed across the whole website. I will just use my certain page. So you go to pages, certain IDs selected. To find out which ID it is, you go to your pages. At least that's how I do it. You go to your page, and then see here, you see in the address, you see the ID. So just copy it, paste it here. And the content, we need the content, right? So here we will paste our form shortcode in here. And then we need to tell people what exactly we are offering. So let's say get, I actually have the content prepared. So let me just copy it. Because I also have inserted some styling there so that it matches perfectly our background. So as you see here, I made it get a 30% discount, and we will get to this part a bit later. And I made the color white because our background is red. So just let's save this window, and let's take a look at what we got so far. Go to your page, refresh. Here we go, and we have some problem with the height. Let's take a look in our model window. And that's because I need to select pixels here, and here again, file 1, update. Here we go, we got our form. Let's edit the form a little bit as well. I want the button to be whole width. In this case, I can put center, although it doesn't matter in this case. And I want to remove the fill border. And otherwise, it's fine. So update. And let's also change the button's text to send me the discount. According to studies, the usage of personal pronouns improves the conversion, so try to use that. Update, refresh. All right, we have a basic form here, and people already can start leaving their emails. Just like that. Now, what we also need to do is to make the flyout disappear after the user enters his email. And it's very easy with an update that we just made today, actually. You do the auto close model window, and then you just take your model window. I have its ID is seats. So you use this form, put 6 here, and you see, then just update. And let's take a look now. Thank you, your discount is on its way, and the form disappears. Perfect. But not perfect enough. We can improve the conversion now by pasting our countdown here and creating scarcity effect. Let's pretend that we have only, I don't know, 100 discounts or 500 discount vouchers to give out, right? So to do that, we go to the Countdown Pro. Excuse me, here, Countdown Pro. We create a new countdown. It will be an amount with cookies, so with session tracking. So if the person reloads the page, countdown will remain at the realistic number that the user left it at. So as I said, we have 500 vouchers, and we have we will put 0 ending. It will go down. We will reset it. I don't know, let's say in 3 days, the user will see this countdown again. Now, here's a very interesting part and a unique feature on the market is that you can create a randomizing effect, and that makes the countdown really realistic. So this is the way to do it. Put random here. The minimum increment will be 1 second is fine. Maximum, well, let's say 3 seconds. And then you put random for the amounts as well. Minimum will be 1 voucher. One person takes 1 voucher. And maximum will be, I don't know, let's put something like 5. And then let's do some styling. We will increase the font size. We will make it white. And what else we need to do? Well, let's first take a look at it. Actually, let's create the maximum things we want. So after the countdown ends, I want the whole thing, the whole offer to disappear because the vouchers have ended, no more discounts. Sorry, friend, you didn't do it fast enough. So, well, let me first paste it in and I will show you how it's supposed to work. Update. So the countdown is this one. Just copy the shortcode, head over to your model window, and we need to put here things like discount vouchers left, and you paste your countdown here. 1 second. I just want to take a look at the styling that we need here, because I have prepared it in advance and I don't want to waste waste your time. Here it is. As you see here, I'm just tweaking some margins. So I have margin bottom for the main title, margin bottom 0, and then here I have margin top -10, and I have here also some margin and a white color. So let's update and let's see how it works. Here we go. Discount vouchers are being taken right now, so you better hurry up and sign up. And then when the countdown comes to 0, I want this whole form to disappear and the model window to disappear as well. So how can we do that? We can do that with the triggers, which is also a unique feature for the countdowns. So we create, let's say, 3 triggers, and actually in our case we'll just create 1 trigger, and when the countdown finishes the form will just disappear. So we need to do the hide model window, and then we just hide our model window, which is number 6 if I recall correctly, and yes it is. So let's update. And so that you don't wait, let's, just for testing purposes, let's go to the countdown and let's make starting number 10, for example. Let's update. And let's take a look at it in the incognito mode, because this is already cached and already got the session tracking, so the number will not change here. So just Control Shift and paste it here. And let's see, discount vouchers are going down. It finished, that's it, the form disappeared. So that is our case number 1. This is how you create a nicely converting email capture form.